Hello and welcome to this overview of the MixEffect Pro software. I've now purchased it from my last video and I'm quite happy with it. It's in its early stages still. It's on version 1.06 I think, or 7. And I have a few niggles with it. It may be my environment that's the problem, or lack of understanding of how to use it at the moment. But I'm quite happy to stick with it and quite happy to pay for it because it's an excellent piece of software. And in particular, I'm going to concentrate on the actual SuperSource part of it. And I've created, if I go to, you can see this is the SuperSource interface, which I'll just go through the interface and talk about what I've managed to do so far and how I'm using it. You'll notice this particular SuperSource that I've created is a slight variation on another one which I copied from the presets and saved it under my name. So if I go to here, you'll see the one I used here is this 4 left full, which is this one. I don't know whether I can highlight it or not. Yes, I can do that. So that particular one is the one that I actually copied it from. So what I've done is, if you notice the difference between the 4 left full and my T4, T2 indicates it's mine, 4 left full. What that means is there are 4 boxes and the left is full. And so if I just return to the SuperSource, you can see how I've laid it out and why I've laid it out in the way I have done. And how it works is very straightforward. There's a lot in terms of being able to control this. Now, in order to see the SuperSource that you've got, I've had to do several things. And one of them is you'll notice there's a moving background in this, and that moving background is as a result of dropping in here my camera 8, which is the output from my hyperdeck, and I'm using that in the background. If I click to the foreground here, you'll see the whole thing will go to the foreground, but I'll just put it in the background. So that's how I've used that sort of, if you like, fifth source on it to be able to see it. So let me just go back up to the SuperSources here, hit the presets, and you'll notice how it's arranged, and it's very intuitive. I've not read. I'm a typical person of my era and age and gender or sex, whichever the case may be, and I tend to not look at the instructions. If I get to the instructions, I really am struggling, and it's intuitive enough for me to have been able to use it. So there are four boxes: box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4. Okay. Now you can define what's in the boxes. So in box 1, I have MV, and now MV is actually my iPad Pro. So what you're seeing in that large box is the iPad Pro. So I'm working with MixEffects within the iPad Pro. In box 2, I have this Canon R, and the Canon R is the top right hand, and also it's the one I'm cutting to at the moment. Going back to here, in box 3, I've got the M50. And the M50 is this particular one here, which is an overhead on the Stream Deck. And I'm using I'm basically using one key in the Stream Deck. It's to switch on and off through the SuperSource. You can do it within MixEffects if you want to do. MixEffect does, in a sense, move you away from the Stream Deck, but I still find it useful to use it for shortcuts that I might have to hop through the different parts of the menu systems within MixEffects Pro. So I'm working out which is the best to do and getting the balance that way. So, and in box 4, let me go to box 4, select box, select box 4, which is the Sony camera, which is the camera that's the overhead camera that's looking down onto, it's the bottom right hand image, which is looking down onto the physical Stream Deck. So when I make changes in this, you'll see the changes will correspond, if it's still on the screen, to what's happening. So if I now cut, you'll see it'll cut from the SuperSource to the Canon R. So as I do that's a Canon, and you can see on the Stream Deck it's cutting to that. Well, you can't see it because it's off screen at the moment, so never mind. So that's basically it, and it's very simple. If you want to use a preset, you can do. You can pick up a preset. So for example, if I pick up, and this wouldn't be appropriate for this particular circumstance, if I want to use a 4 horizontal preset, I just select that, and you can see there's a lovely automatic. You can manipulate these transitions. I haven't done that. Obviously, this isn't suitable. This will be suitable for talking heads, not for landscape stuff like my Stream Deck. and the overhead camera on the ATM Extreme. I'll switch back to my my own one, the T one. So if I go back to here and I go back to T4 left, I can switch back to that, hopefully. Yep, I'm on it. Don't want to delete it, so if I go back to it here, go back to Supersource, and I'm back to my original one. So you can see it's very flexible to be able to switch between them with the transitions as well too. And that's all done under the Supersource part of the menu system. That's really all I want to do with it. As you can see, it's actually very, very useful. You can see how easy it is just to manipulate the Supersources. And I'm on the early learning curve of it, and I'm going to dig deeper into being able to manipulate it and adjust it according to my needs. Sorry, I've caught the microphone with my pointer. I hope that's been useful. I'm really enjoying the process. So if you like this video, like and share and comment if you wish to do that. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And I hope you've enjoyed this one. And thank you for staying to the end. Bye for now.